afternoon and welcome to the Cougar Den for this Saturday matinee. I'm old, so I know what a matinee is. Used to go see matinees. Just thinking here before I went on the air, I think I saw Star Wars in a matinee situation on a Saturday afternoon, and Raiders of the Lost Ark as well. So how about a Saturday matinee in the Cougar Den, affectionately named by the late great Hall of Fame coach John Giesler, two-time Hall of Fame coach John Giesler. Broadcasting from the Allen Stout broadcast booth. My name's Tony Worley. I work here at Illini Central, do a lot of different things for Illini Central, and one of them is the Illini Central Sports Network. So I'm looking forward to bringing this game to you today between our Illini Central Greenview Lady Cougars and the Pawnee, Springfield Lutheran, Springfield Cavalry Lady Indians. Lady Cougars come in with a record of 6-8. Off of a 3-game week last week. Is that right? 2-game week last week. No, 3-game week. Yeah, no, we played Monday, Tuesday, Thursday last week. Ended the week with one win over Peoria Heights and a loss in a close game against Athens on Monday, and then played the 16-0 juggernaut that is the Pleasant Plains Lady Cardinals on Thursday night down at Plains. The Lady Indians come into today's game with a record of 15-6. They are on a 5-game winning streak, so they're hot. And from looking ahead at their schedule, they might stay that way. They've got some games coming up. I kind of know a few of their common opponents or who they have coming up. So I'm just taking a look at that. We're going to I'll get into some things. I guess we can do it right now. My keys to the game today are always number one is rebound. We play zone exclusively. It's hard to rebound out of a zone, so we need to focus on going after the ball and getting rebounds. We need to limit our turnovers, which is, gosh, that could apply to any and every team that's ever played basketball. And we need to be aggressive on offense. We need, and by aggressive I mean when we need to take our opportunities when we have them to, if you've listened to our broadcast, I talk a lot about turning the corner, and when we can turn the corner and when the defense doesn't help because we shoot a lot of threes, we need to go up and score and finish at the rim. So those are the things that we need to do. We're getting ready for the national anthem. I'll step away and then I'll be back to call the game for you. Glad to have you with me. All three of you as of this minute. So we'll have fun today, watch a little basketball, get ready for the NFL games later. So I'll be back in just a second. So we'll start with the lineup for the Lady Indians. It's like number 4, that is Kaylin Coy. Number 13, that is May McTaggart. Number 23, that's Adeline Boblet. And number 30, that's Avery Klug. Who did I miss? I don't think I missed anybody. I think I got them all. Now let's meet the starting lineups for the Illini Central Cougars. And our starters are Number 22, Megan Hughes. Number 30, Olivia Morrow. Number 13, Addie Wilcoxon. Number 10, Elena Snyder. And number 12, Macy Willis. So that sets the stage for us. If you're from Pawnee listening, I'm do my very best to try to pronounce names correctly. I talked to Coach Tribler before the game to make sure I had them right. That's one of the hardest parts of doing this, and I hate messing up someone's name. It's really annoying to do that. It's nothing worse than, well, there's lots of things worse, but you try not to mispronounce anybody's name if you can help it. My name has been pronounced in starting lineups and things like that, so try to do the best you can to get them right. So, like I said, should be a competitive game. So the tip goes to Pawnee, and they're right into it. Number 23 had already gone. That's 23. Adeline Boblet had gone all the way down already. Throw it inside to number 30. She misses. Rebound down, and I said in my keys to the game, needed to rebound. And they got some height on us. Looks like we're going to pick up full court here. I'm sure Coach Bunner scouted them at least twice or three times. Looks like a little bit of a run and jump. Maybe it's a man situation. So they stay man. Now comes the part where I talked about being aggressive. We need back cutting. They're overplaying everything. We need to, if we have an opportunity to turn the corner, we need to turn the corner. Travel, got away with it. Elena Snyder kicks out to Macy Willis, who's going to shoot a three. That's off. Elena Snyder tries to fight for the rebound, can't get it. That comes down to number 13, May McTaggart. They bring it into the front court. Illini Central starts in their, looks like a 1-2-2 in certain situations. It's a 3-2 the rest of the way. Lob pass into number 4. That's Kaylin Coy. There's a 3 from number 23, Adeline Boblet. They stay in the zone, obviously. We can't run away and leave Addie by herself. Got to be willing to bring it up, look ahead. Good job there by Elena. Getting into our offense. Back cuts, good. There's Addie Wilcoxon for 3. That's long. Rebound down to Macy Willis. Olivia Morrow for 3. That's off. Rebound down to Boblet. She'll give it up to number 20. That is Ava Rodriguez. I know I missed a starter. That's the one I missed. Sorry to Ava Rodriguez. Stay in our zone. They're trying to move the ball from side to side. Their first possession, they set a screen. There's this belief sometimes that you can't screen a zone. You can 100% screen a zone. Liv does a good job getting there, but a little bit late. There's a block and a rebound down to Macy Willis. Addie pushes it into the front court, guarded by Rodriguez. Addie picks it up. Macy Willis ends up with it. I'm going to call travel as Macy took off just a little bit too quick on her takeoff there. We've got a sub into the game. I can't see it. We'll see it when I move the camera. My monitors are blocking my view. Macy Willis comes out. Kirby Jo Bacon comes in. Rodriguez over to, ooh, that's too easy of a pass. You can't let them throw that pass from the top. 13 is McTaggart. You should never be able to enter the ball from the top to the post there. Nice hands by Elena Snyder. And it went off of number 30, Avery Klug's hand. She did not argue, so it makes you believe that maybe that's what it was. Elena Snyder had a chance to get it, but they tipped. Actually, we tipped it, sorry. It was definitely out on us. Wasn't sure if they got a hand on it first and then Elena touched it. Either way, it doesn't matter. Their ball. 3-0 in favor of the Lady Indians with 5:34 to go in the first quarter. Dump inside to the high post to number 4. There's a kick out to number 23 for 3. And Adeline Boblet, that's her second 3, if I remember correctly. Get it into Kirby Jo. Kirby Jo tries to step through, which is what you should do. Rodriguez goes up, gets fouled. Rebound down to, I'm sorry, they're going to call a foul on the shot. So Rodriguez will go to the free throw. They're going to call a foul on number 14. That's Kirby Jo Bacon. She tried to split the double. Rodriguez hits the first free throw. And the second. Get it into Addie. Addie back to Elena. Elena back to Addie. Got to look up the court. Got to look up the court. Addie does a good job of handling it there. Good. Nice fake by Addie, but she'll get called for a travel. So we'll bring the ball the other way. Addie Wilcoxon comes out. Meg comes back, or Macy comes back in. There's that screen across. Liv did a good job guarding it that time. I've said this, if you listen to broadcasts, I hate to repeat myself, but that's kind of how it goes. You've got to do your work early. You cannot wait until the ball gets where it's going. You've got to move when the ball moves. If you wait to move until afterwards, like we just did on that possession, or that place right there, nice rebound by Elena Snyder. If you wait to move on defense until the ball gets where it's going, you are not going to make it. You are not going to get there. Turn the corner there, Elena. That was good defense by number 13, May McTaggart. Shots off by the Lady Cougars. Rebound down to Rodriguez. She'll push it the other way. Over there on the far side to McTaggart. Inside to number 4. Nice hands by Megan Hughes. There's a steal. Kirby Joe, handle it. Don't look for somebody else. Macy Willis with it. Turn the corner, Mace. Good. Turn the corner, Elena. You got to attack there. Kirby Joe Bacon for 3. It's long. Rebound down to Boblet. Over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez back up top to McTaggart. That pass, I just don't like that pass being able to get through there. Liv loses her glasses. And we're going to call, the ref's going to stop the play because Livia's glasses had come off. Number 32, Adeline Kendall comes in for number 4, Kaylin Coy. To the corner, that goes through the hands of Boblet out of bounds. It'll be Illini Central Greenview basketball with 3:20 to go in the first quarter, trailing 8-0. Haven't been able to get a shot to fall. Kirby does a good job of getting herself open. You don't like picking it up, but you got to look up the court. Good. Keep going, Elena. Kick out there to Macy. Macy. Over to Meg. Megan Hughes drives, gives it up to Kirby Joe. Nice little elbow or a mid-range jump shot, and it falls in for Kirby Joe. Illini Central gets their first basket of the game. See if we can get a stop. 2:53 to go in the first quarter. Over to Boblet, over to Kendall, inside to number 30. That should be ours. It was. It bounced out of bounds. The ball went into Avery Klug, tipped off her hand out of bounds. Illini Central needs to break the press. Everybody needs to be available and not afraid to dribble. There we go. Go, Elena. Keep going. Good, good. Kick out if you need to. Nice. Oh, trying to go back to Meg. Meg, got to give yourself a passing angle, and that's not just the person making the pass, that's the person receiving the pass. Sometimes people love to complain about a bad pass when they don't realize the person. Nice play by Liv. Kendall swings it back to the top to McTaggart. Over to Boblet. She looks at Rodriguez, but nope. Back and forth. They move. That's exactly what you want to do. Make the defense move. Elena Snyder gets that rebound off the miss by Rodriguez. Kirby Joe Bacon looks ahead. I don't have a problem with trying to throw it ahead. She loses it, but she gets it back and then gets popped in the face. Now we're getting scramble a little bit. Meg brings it over the timeline. Macy Willis with it. All the way in. Good. That's all right. Good take. That's what we got to do. Get something going to the rim. Let's get a stop here. Pass into Rodriguez. She shoots an elbow jump shot, and it goes. And it's 10-2 in favor of the Lady Indians. Lady Raiders will be next week at Midwest Central. Elena Snyder bringing it up, throws it ahead to Macy Willis. Kirby Joe get ready to shoot. We got to turn that corner. Turn the corner, Meg. Good. Nice play. Oh, just rattled. Just come out. That's a good shot. That was a good move by Megan to get herself an open shot. High hands there by Macy. Good by Elena. Rotate. Nice. That's good defense. I like that. That's one of the best defensive possessions I've seen for a while. Good way to cover up the things we needed to cover up. Like I said before the game, this is a good team on a 5-game winning streak. A co-op put together with 3 schools that, have some basket. Nice, good. That's good offense. How about we want to turn the corner? Good back cut. Try to keep it out of the corner if we can. There we go. Move when the ball's being dribbled. Elena for 3. Just out. How much time is left? 15 seconds. To Macy Willis. It's her. Kirby Joe. Just off the back rim. And in the first quarter, we had some shots. Had some opportunities. So my little bit of research, looking at some stuff to talk about today. When you're up here by yourself, you're limited, not carrying on a conversation with somebody else. So, Coach Tribler, it's his 3rd year from. And all I'm going to tell you, I'm getting from the IHSA website or Max Preps. So, if any of it's inaccurate, I'm the technology guy. I shouldn't tell people don't believe everything you see on the internet. That's the only thing I have to go off. So. Coach Tribler, it's his 3rd year as the head coach. He's 46 and 41, if what I'm reading and everything is correct. It's the 3rd year of their co-op. We've played them. I looked back the last 3 times we've played each other. They've Pawnee's beaten us 2 times in a row. They beat us last year by 8. They beat us 2 years ago by 9. When I was the JV coach last time, I did remember going over there on a Saturday afternoon, and we won by 6. So those are the last 3 times that our schools have played one another. It should be Pawnee ball, I think, and that's what the scoreboard says. So those have all been good games. I remember that game over there on that Saturday afternoon 3 years ago. It was a really good competitive game between 2 competitive teams. And like I said, with their record coming in at 15 and 6, they're obviously having a really good year. So back to act. Got to move. Got to move. Good Kirby Joe. Sometimes you get locked into having one. Nice, good curl by Addie. Kick out there. Macy, come on, Mace. Darn it, we just cannot get a shot to fall. Addie did a really good job at turning the corner, but there was nothing there. That's the thing, is when the help defense is there, you have to kick it out. You should not be shooting it over 2 people. You always tell your kids, you don't take contested shots if you can help it. You try to get open looks. So that's Bob Litt up top. She swung it to Rodriguez. She drives, lobs it inside to Klug. She hands it off to 4. That should be ours. 4 is Kaylin Coy. Macy Willis checks out. Lena Snyder checks back in. Cougars coached by Colby Bunner, assisted by Maddie Harper, Kendall Artheloni, and Vicki Bradshaw. All 3 of those are legends in their own. Coach Harper at Midwest Central Delavan, and Vicki and Kendall here. See, there's a 3 by Elena Snyder. That's one where I would have liked to have seen, or Addie, she had a chance to kind of turn the corner sometimes. Sometimes she doesn't, maybe isn't as confident in her right hand as she is in her going to her left, but I thought she had an angle going to the right, but doesn't matter. We got a basket out of it. Nice job by Liv. Kirby Joe comes up with it. Kirby Joe handled the ball. Elena with it. Over to Addie. Good, good, good. Jump stop there. A little out of control in terms of like having herself collected, but I like that decision. That's a shot she can make. She did a really good job. The person guarding her was had jumped too much to the ball. Rodriguez with it. Over to McTaggart. Klug working inside, trying to get it. Livia Morrow's done a fantastic job defensively. There's a double dribble. So right now, we're in the spot where we can hit a shot. We're right there. Kendall checks back in. It's Adeline Kendall. Addie Wilcox will bring it up. They've taken the press off. Elena Snyder for another three. That's off. She did something you don't want to do. She turned and headed back before the ball even got to the rim. You went on your shot. You want to stick with it. You stay with it. Good trap in the corner there between Kirby Joe and Addie. The ball swung over here. Good defense by Addie. Right where she needed to be. They went to throw the pass and it wasn't there. Good. Addie. Nice finish by Addie Wilcox. I don't know if she got away with a walk or not. Somebody yelled "oh" in here, but it's so quiet. Who knows? Could have been on our side or their side, but we'll take it. And just like that, it's 12-7. Over to McTaggart. Skip it to Kendall. Tries to throw it in. We're late there. Up to Rodriguez for three. That rims out. We don't get it. Rodriguez gets it back. She gives it to McTaggart. McTaggart to the corner to Boblet. She's already hit 2 threes if my numbers are right in my head. We don't get it. Rodriguez goes up, and that's a foul on Elena Snyder. Rodriguez will shoot 2. Again, rebound, rebound, rebound. Rodriguez shoots 2. Illini Central on a little bit of a mini run. Rodriguez hits the first. And she rims out the second one. They're going to call it off-live. Got to box out on a free throw. Got to box out on a free throw. Macy Willis checks in. She's going to get Olivia Morrow. And Pawnee will call timeout. And that will be a 30-second. So whatever you do, kids, do not sit down. I learned that from last year, a year ago when I was still coaching. So like I said, some close matchups between our two teams the last 3 years. So it's always been a good game, a Saturday afternoon game. All those years that I coached, a Saturday game is always something else because kids lay in bed too late. They're out of their normal routine. It's like having a game on a snow day. Couldn't stand having those games on snow days. Or Saturdays either, for that matter. Addie Wilcoxon with a hand on it. Almost got it. Good hands. Number 4 trying to fight Elena for position. Elena does a good job. Over to Boblet in the corner. Good hands by Addie. Rodriguez with it up top. She skips it across to McTaggart. She looked like she traveled. Misses. Rebound down to Macy Willis. Gives it up to Kirby. Maybe we're even now from one of the other ones earlier. Megan Hughes with it. Megan Hughes all-time three-point. Darn it. Elena does, we talked about this, Elena does have, when she takes off sometimes, it's kind of noticeable. So they end up getting that called. So McTaggart's going to bring it up with Rodriguez. Rodriguez had inbounded it. Boblet's in this corner closest to me. Number 4, Kaylin Coy is the one working inside. Adeline Kendall's on the opposite side. Rodriguez to Kendall. Kendall fakes a pass, throws it to Rodriguez, back to Boblet. Like I said, she's already hit a couple of threes, I think. They're moving the ball well. They're trying to, beat. Good job by Addie. The funny thing is like what I said about having to do your work early is Addie didn't. She got there late. But if you're athletic, you get away with it more than you do if you're not. So I'm not saying don't do it, but as my dad always said, I guess the important stuff comes after the word but. If you're athletic enough, you could be late getting there. Coy looked open. There's twice where they just look right into it, and we do a good job of getting it. Nice hustle by Rodriguez. I'm going to call a timeout. Use a timeout there. Kirby probably gave it up a little too quick. Didn't need to give it up right there. We'll see if it's a 30 or a full. They just took a 30. They're going to take another 30. So, like, if you've been listening to me on these broadcasts and you have any desire to learn anything about basketball, and I'm not saying that, I mean, having coached for 30 years, it's like I'm not sitting here saying I'm Coach K or Phil Jackson or Pat Riley or whoever, Tom Izzo. But with what we're doing defensively, those last two plays, we've got steals because, one, Olivia isn't as quick as what Addie is, but she did her work early, got where she needed to be, knew what they were wanting to do. Addie was a little bit late, but she's athletic enough. Her athleticism makes up for it, and sometimes that's the way it is. So, good play by both of our kids to get steals, and we're right back in it, down 3. So, 13-10 with 3 minutes to go in. Now, that's not getting there, and that's why they get it into Klug, which means a swing to Boblet. Nice rebound by Kirby Joe. She'll bring it up, tries to throw it ahead to Meg. Meg's got it, crossover. Meg gets up. We need to get out of that corner. Liv's got it. Liv's a three-point shooter, and she buries it, and the game is tied at 13. Nice hit ahead by Kirby Joe. And just like that, we cannot let it get in there from the top. Get it to Addie. Let's get a good shot. Nice hit ahead. Let's be aggressive. Be aggressive. Stay out of that corner. Stay out of that corner. That was when he got to stay out of that corner. Don't dribble down the corner. Got to stay out of that corner. I'm sure she's hearing that I'm sure I'm not the only one in the gym saying stay out of that corner. Sure, I'm not the only one saying it, but that's something we need to do. You don't want to go down into that corner. Those are things that Kirby Joe's a freshman, and any freshman, those are things you probably get away with in the 8th grade. And unfortunately, when you're playing varsity basketball against juniors and seniors, it's not going to work. It doesn't matter who it is. That's not, well, you're talking about you're picking on a freshman. I love that kid. I'm not picking on a freshman. It goes for anyone on the court, any one of the 3 seniors or the other junior. Taggart with it. Over to Rodriguez. She drives. She knows what she's doing. Gives it up top to McTaggart. Throwing it inside. That cannot happen. We cannot be letting the ball go in from the top. The press comes back on, which I'm not sure. I figured that was coming back to Meg. Meg for 3. It's long. Rebound down to Rodriguez. She hits it ahead to Boblet, it looks like. Yeah, my camera's a little blurry for me when it comes to that. McTaggart. Klug is working hard inside, and she has a height advantage on us. You can just throw it up above her, and she's going to get it. We got to get to the front of her. Good. That one's into Coy to Rodriguez for 3. Off. That's got to be ours. That should be ours. To McTaggart. America's play the one that everybody thinks they're gonna late getting there. Again, we're not tired. Like we talk all the time about, we put the number of girls that we have. We're not tired. Lives off for the 3 is off with 48 seconds to go in the first half. We don't want to pick up any fouls here. It's only a 4-point game. Why would we get out there and pick up any fouls in this situation? Why would we go pick up a foul in this situation? It's not the end of the game. Because right now they're going to be left just throwing one up like that.
And it worked out perfectly. Exactly what you want to do. Exactly what you want to do. You go in at the half, down 4, instead of going out, picking up a foul and doing something. After the end of the game, it's totally a different situation. We're not in foul trouble now. We don't have anybody with fouls that I can think of. So at the end of the half, Illini Central Greenview trails 17 to 13. I will cut away and be back in about 10 minutes. Glad you're with me on this Saturday afternoon. Welcome back. I had somebody join me. Coach Lucas Power, again, my buddy, setting up here with me as we get ready to call the game. Or call the second half. He was here for some middle school games we got going on. We got the 7th grade boys regional at the time. He is one of the coaches for that, so they're trying to figure out who they play. Do we know who we play, Lou?
Yes, it is. Who won that first one?
You think about it while I get a set. So Illini Central goes back to her starters right off the bat for Megan. Yes, right off the bat. Bunner sets up a nice set to get us going, and we take the lead. Our first lead of the game. No, yeah.
It's not Creve Coeur. Or Creve Coeur lost.
Okay.
Parkview, they lost. So it's whoever. It's the other team. They're
Roanoke Benson.
Yep, that's the one.
Boblet, she almost decided to take it right back. Be strong with it. Be strong with it. I'm going to keep that ball up above your head. Jump ball if you can. Right, Lou?
Yeah.
You always try to tell the big guys or your taller people to not bring the ball down where the little people can grab it. Everybody falls in love with America's play, and all the crowd loves to yell about it. But a lot of these girls' games, they've been, like setting up America's play and then not actually running it through.
And I saw Pawnee earlier when I was sitting over there. I really liked that. What they did is they inbound it to the corner or the wing, and then the inbounder actually goes off like almost a screen, like a flex screen kind of.
Right. So the reason why I say that is then all the people who yell to watch out for it. Well, now it's got a wrinkle to it, so you can't automatically jump to the corner because now you're going to be out of position.
Yeah, it was good. It was good for about a year, and then every team in America.
The funny thing is I was watching some old games recently, and it's been around a lot longer than I thought it had been around. It seemed like it hadn't been about. Oh, I don't know about that. I thought our girls did a pretty good job of defending on that one. Who we calling that on? Is that on Liv? Thought I heard 30. Yep. We are shocked. I shouldn't say this. I better not say it. Boblet for 3. Rims out. Nice fight for it for Liv. Addie will bring it up.
It's good to be a part of, though. We got a lot going on here and a lot of good things here in Mason City, especially today.
Another jump.
We got Biddy Ball this morning. We've got all kinds of baseball, softball, volleyball teams going on. And then we got a girls' game, a high school girls' game to come over, so a lot of people are bouncing back and forth between the 7th grade regional and our high school girls.
Well, and I don't want to get into it in a way that seems like it's just nice to have the Cougar Center right here on the same in the same place as the big gym.
Yeah, it's a lot different than playing in Easton and
people and it's nothing.
Back and forth.
And I've said it a million times. I got hired into Easton. I love the Easton gym. The Easton gym is very similar to the gym that I grew up in. It's not that. But, yeah, for you to be able to be over there scouting those games and then walk over to this gym and come in here and join me, you couldn't do that if Easton, you'd gone home.
Yeah.
You would be at home right now. So, Lou, this Pawnee team, they're on a 5-game winning streak. They're 15-6 on the year. They just rolled last night over somebody that we had a close game with a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I went down to the county tournament. It was a good game, Williamsville, Riverton. I mean, Riverton's guy, Julian Rice, is unreal. But a couple of these Pawnee girls were there, so they must have showed up after their game. You said they had a game last night?
Yeah, they played South Fork. They played South Fork last night.
So not too far out of Springfield.
Nope.
And if I heard right, it's a co-op, Pawnee, Calvary, and Lutheran.
Travel.
Is that correct?
Got away with another travel. We're doing a lot of travels today. That some of them have got called, some of them haven't. We've got away with at least 2 of them.
Do you know?
There we go, Kirby. Oh, keep going. Keep going. Yeah, that's a nice back cut by Kirby Joe. County tournament's fun to go to. We aren't in it because we're not in Sangamon County, but I used to go scout it all the time because back when I was the varsity coach, you had the NFHS, but it wasn't he didn't have Huddle. Huddle wasn't as big. If Huddle was around when I was a varsity coach, not very many people had it because it was it's already expensive, but it's super expensive. So you had to scout, you had to go.
Yeah, I was talking to Scott on the way when we went down to Scout or up to Scout the other day, and he was talking about whenever Coach Giesler was the coach here, you went and watched 3 games in person, before you played against that team. And now it's a lot easier. You got, like you said, you got the Huddle, you got the NFHS.
Right. Yeah, and it's just Coach Giesler, he would go watch somebody play 3 times, like not go watch 3 different games. He would go watch a team play 3 times. Nice kick out by Addy. Darn it, darn it, darn it. That's a really good pass. That's a wide open look. Yeah, Coach Giesler would watch. He'd watch somebody that wasn't really very good that we were going to beat, probably. He'd watch them play 3 times. He'd be like, "You're really going to go watch that team play for the 3rd time?" But yeah, county tournament's a good place to scout.
Yeah, I told Ryan I don't know how much it's going to come down to the fight and the heart for our varsity boys, and that Riverton comes to town. But that's senior night, and you know what happened a couple years ago on senior night against those guys.
Yeah,
so
I do remember what happened on that.
So you give that fight and energy, you shut down Julian Rice, you're going to have a shot. But for this, what you said, red hot Pawnee team, our girls have bounced back from that first, what was it, 10-0?
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing with them, like you said, with them co-oping Pawnee, Springfield Lutheran, and Springfield Calvary, that bumps them up to 3. That bumps them up to 2A. Because I looked at their sectional. They're in the same one with like Plains and Rochester and SHG. And
I see Plains all the time on my feed. From Channel 14,
well, they're 16. They're 16-0. So
pretty good.
They're really, really, really good.
And for
tall.
For the Lady Cougars here.
Nice move, Kirby Joe.
All those teams are coming. The Sangamo's coming. So.
Yeah. And that, we talked about it. We talked about last year when we did games together. It's just, it is what it is.
Yeah. Hopefully her glasses don't break. That's like the
it's the second time. Yeah, she lost them the other night in a game too as well. And that just makes you so I know my friends growing up that had glasses. It hurts when you get them hit.
Yeah.
They'd always be skinned up on their nose, and so we have Kirby Joe in. Macy Willis is out, so we've got our starters in. It looks like they've got their starters in too. Nice take by Addy. There you go. That's what I've been talking about in terms of, the thoughts about our offense is if you can get to you drive until you get stopped, and then if you get stopped, you kick it out. There we go. We've played some. Did Liv just lose her glasses again?
She did. And they're like that clear white color, so it's hard to find.
We'll have to tease her. She needs to get goggles for this last month of her high school basketball career.
Or get the, isn't there like a
Get
band?
the strap,
yeah.
right? Get a strap. She'd love that too. I guess the strap would be better than the goggles. Nice back cut by Meg. Meg's going to come around, shoot that 3. It's long. I like Elena going to rebound. Rebound down to Klug. She gives it off to McTaggart to Rodriguez. Rodriguez to Boblet. To the corner to McTaggart. We've got to make sure we continue to do our work early that I've been talking about the last 3 broadcasts. There's Boblet for 3. That's off. Oh, gosh. Hate to go for one that is going to go straight out of bounds. Kirby Joe brings it up. Trying to get into the lane. Kicks out to Elena. Elena for 3, and that is good. And just like that, we take the 1-point lead. Do that work. Get there. Good. Way to close them off. Close her off. Oh, nice cut. Nice cut. That's just good basketball by Ava Rodriguez. That's good basketball by her. She saw her teammate in trouble. Instead of just standing there watching like, well, I'm glad I'm not the one getting trapped. I'm going to do something. She cuts to the basket. Give Klug credit. It was a perfect pass, and just like that, they take the lead back by 2. Coach Tribler's still not pressing full court. That surprises me a little bit, only because we do struggle with full court pressure. And any opportunity you would have, might have been a travel too. That's one of those where Kirby keep going. You had it. Yeah. Good hustle by Liv. Try to go get it. Meg's missed go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, no, what you're just saying about what's her name, Kirby?
Yeah.
She's got to keep going because if she gets a paint touch there and then jump stops, one, she might be able to get to the rim and shoot a right-handed layup. But two, the defense is going to have to take care of her, which would open up a better three-point shot than, not that was a bad shot, but you want an in and out from the lane, kick out, catch and shoot.
Well, I think that's the funny thing about his offense and what frustration it brings is the fact that we don't always run it right when we turn that corner, like what you're saying. You're either going to get to the rim, all the way to the rim, or I'm going to help, and somebody else is going to be wide open.
Yep.
Boblet with it, nice cut, good job by Liv there. Here's Klug for three. That's long. Rebound down to Elena. Kirby Joe heading the other direction. To Addie. Liv comes to the top. Pull up for three. It's off. Oh, no. No. Nice. Liv gets a piece of it. Hang on to it. So we'll go into the fourth quarter with the Lady Cougars trailing by just 2 points, 23-22 on this Saturday matinee in January.
No, and again, I heard this the other night. Being on the coaching side of things is completely different.
100%.
On the player side, obviously.
You mean on the other side of the gym? It's completely different on the bench than it is at other places in the gym.
And just the game in general. The thought of the game in general. Like some people in that situation the other night. There's 3 seconds left. You get a block, you get a rebound. Well, why don't you dribble out and try to shoot it? And not that you're going to make a full court shot, but give it the opportunity.
Right.
Well, maybe you get the ball stolen and give up 2 points. You'd rather be down 2 at the quarter than go down 4 or 5 at the quarter.
Well, the funny thing is because the initial thought is, like, I guess it's good that you're positive that you automatically, not you, I mean said person.
Yes.
That, what if they throw one in from there? Yeah. And then when they steal it, then you're mad. You're like, well, that was stupid.
Yeah, why did
it's
you
easy,
do that?
right? It's easy post whatever the thing is to say, well, you should have done this. Well, yeah, now that that's not the situation.
Because the other night, you get a rebound and you just hold it for 5 seconds. Take you're not going to get.
Right. Yeah. Well, and the other thing too is back to what you were saying about, this is your first full year of coaching basketball. You've been going to practice every day. Maybe we've been working on something, and it don't work. That's why we're not doing it in the games because we've tried it and it don't work.
There's a
why
lot.
Why don't we run more set plays? Because we tried in practice and we can't remember them.
Yeah.
Like, it's easy to sit.
It's hard enough to run 5-out motion.
Straight up. Good hustle, Elena. Nice finish. Ooh, I thought Rodriguez made that. Oh, don't go get it, Kirby.
She got bailed out on that one with the ball being out of bounds. Looks like it hit the line before she saved it. Somebody was yelling, "Let it go, let it go." She just must not have heard them.
Okay, they're gonna talk. Nah, Coach Bunner, is he up? Is it? No, he's not. He must know who it was out on, because you always love it when they get together. Like one of them thinks it was right.
Yeah.
But maybe he didn't know. Mr. Brownfield on the left on the screen. All right, they're going to get it.
Keep it the same, yeah.
Yeah, they kept it the same.
In that situation, when he's at half court, if you don't have a 100%, I know for a fact, you just got to let it stay the same.
And I like the fact that the coach from Pawnee didn't go nuts about it. Like, let's just play. Sometimes we just go.
Left, you're up 2.
Sometimes we just go nuts about stuff that all it does is make your players stop focusing on the game and they start focusing on stuff that they don't have any control over. I said something about not being in foul trouble. That gives Liv 3. I know we only got 7 minutes left in the game, but now you got to kind of keep an eye on that. Maybe just a little bit. You got Macy still sitting over here, so.
When we talk about the importance of what you were just talking about the coach not going crazy on that, you got 7 minutes left and you're up by 2.
Nice take by Boblet.
Oh.
Liv just grabbed that ball. That's not a foul. Kirby Joe to Meg. Meg to Elena. Oh, you got called travel. I don't know if she did or not. I don't know. Well, I agree. That's my thing about, and that's why I kind of did that as a coach too. you know, there's situations where you're going to get mad and you're not going to agree with a call. But in the end, all you're doing is giving your kids, and it depends on your kids,
Yeah.
you're giving them an excuse. Well, we're getting the raw end of the deal. These guys don't. That's not what it is.
Well, yeah, I hear it a lot too. You know, like we talked about on the other side of things. Well, the refs are calling it on our side or their
Not
side.
on their side, right.
Yeah. It's like just play.
I think you and I have talked so much in the last, 5 years,
Yeah.
6 years.
Yeah.
I can remember one time in 30 years of coaching where I felt like they're kind of out for it.
Yeah.
They're kind of really out for us. Rodriguez with the drive to McTaggart. She's going to get into the lane, drops it off. Ooh, that's a nice pass to Rodriguez. That's going to be an offensive foul on Addie.
And you can just avoid doing that, you know? She was all over, but
Yep.
she had her one guard right there. Don't let the frustration get to you.
Right.
It's easier said than done.
And these games are even worse because there's no cheerleaders. It's quiet in here. You hear everything that comes from everybody.
Yeah.
You know, because you hear someone yell after that play. She's been doing it all game. No, that's really the first time I saw her. You know, I'm not even being a homer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a foul there. Klug goes up, and it comes out, and there's a foul. Because, see, here's the thing. Starting to do that, you're getting more noise in the gym. You're getting more people, you know. So then it has been a little bit more physical in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Ava Klug hits that first free throw, 24-21.
Do you have a list of our future upcoming games?
Yeah, the funny thing is Meg made a next three. I went down to the room, and I uploaded the wrong thing, so I'm going to have to look at that. I have theirs. I'll look on Max Preps here in a minute. So it's a 3-point game in favor of Pawnee, Calvary, and Lutheran. Yeah, it's funny.
One, yeah.
And it did. It really did take them up. Addie with the high banker off the...
I know our high school boys a big one on Tuesday. Coach Ewan said he's maybe calling it with you up here.
Yeah, I think he might get up here with Havana in town.
It's upsetting that you're not playing this county rival game for the Ducks.
Jump ball, right.
But it's still a county rival game with a pretty good Havana team.
Yeah.
That's kind of showed the difference between this year and last year. And
yeah, it was a rivalry game. It's Mason County game regardless of whether there's the Duck on the line. You're right, but it would be nicer if you were playing for that as well.
And I think these guys know they had the opportunity. They didn't show up at Midwest for all 4 quarters. So you get an opportunity to show up for 4 quarters against Havana. Midwest made a little bit more shots than we did.
This is a nice box out by McTaggart. That was a great box out because I'm not sure we don't get it if she doesn't do that. Not getting to where we need to be. Klug turns it over.
It's just funny. On one side of the defense, like you said, not getting where you, but Elena was just in the right spot at the right time for that.
Yeah. Kick out. Call a foul there. So anyway, Lou just asked me about our next 3. Pawnee's next 3. They've got home against Riverton. And I think I said on the broadcast earlier that they've got some games coming up for them that are definitely winnable too. So like I said, they've got a nice record. They're on a 5-0 or a 5-game winning streak. Olivia just hit that 3.
Yeah.
That was pretty sweet. Adeline Kendall's going to check in. She's going to get number 4. That is Kaylin Coy. So Liv has a chance to make the free throw here.
I believe this is their second lead of the game, too. I know we went up 1.
Yeah.
Went up 1, and so you fight back from 10 or 12. You go up 1, they go on their run. You know, we talk about a game of runs. We take our run, and now we're up 3. We got to see if we can.
Yeah, stop and a rebound.
Yep.
Just don't foul. You got to stop fouling. Don't want to put them on the line. Game was I watching the other? Oh, it happened last night. I was watching that I was watching one of the games in that Winchester tournament, and it's like a close game, and a kid fouls 80 feet away. They go to the other end. It's a tie game. Make 2 free throws. He gave him 2 free points. Oh, there's that. There's America's play. Kendall misses. There's a foul on Elena. I'm going to shoot 2 here.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like a clean block, but it was
down. Yeah, it was a foul even before that, I thought. So, yeah, I thought Rodriguez should have gone to the free throw line 100%. That was definitely a foul. It was probably 2 fouls. Rodriguez hits the first. So, anyway, I was saying their next 3 games are Riverton, and then that's at Riverton, and then they have a home game against Porta. Porta's got a good team this year. And then they go to Williamsville for their next 3 games. So that's what the Lady Indians have next, is those 3. We'll get to ours in a minute. So Kirby Jo Bacon brings it across half court, gives it to Elena Snyder. We need to slow down a little bit to Liv. Liv's going offense to defense now. Misses that one. They're going to call that on Meg. That's a tough one. It's a tough one. 2 people going for the rebound. That's a tough one. I don't know what the hollering is to our right about it, but that was a tough one. See, that's why you don't want to foul now. They're going to shoot free throws for the next 4 minutes on every foul. In a 1-point game now, what you've done is you've put yourself in a position where they're going to get free ones every time, and they've shot the free throws. I'm not trying to jinx you, Pawnee, but been shooting the free throws pretty well today.
Yeah.
So.
And now, of course, for the last 2 years, you shoot 2.
Yeah,
so,
changes everything.
Yeah, it's like there, she missed that first one, and we get the rebound. It's our ball, and we're still up 1. Now, she gets a chance to shoot that second one and tie it up with 4 minutes to go.
Now, also, back to what we were talking about a little bit ago, Coach Tribler, I think, I hope I'm saying his name right, he has scouted us. Make the free throw. He ain't just having a conversation about practice tomorrow or on Monday. I'll bet you a Coca-Cola, you don't drink soda, they're going to be pressing full court right now. Because now's your chance. Like, you pressed early, you took it off because you didn't feel like you were getting what you wanted. And now, I'll be shocked if they don't. I'll be shocked if them Chicago Bears don't beat the Rams tomorrow, right?
I don't know. Matthew Stafford coming to town. It's going to be
cold in Chicago.
It's going to be a battle.
Cold in Chicago.
But when you got the Iceman,
that's right.
Anything's possible.
Right. So what are you going to say? But
just a learning moment. It doesn't look like they are going to throw that pressure.
I'm shocked by that, actually.
But as a, like you said, my first year under the system here, it's I've learned a lot, and that's something that if he did do. Something to think about.
Because it's one of those things where, it's like, you were at the boys' game the other night when I was just so surprised that Mount Pulaski decided, that they took it off, that they switched. They kind of had us in a spot.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Brody Folks, things weren't going his way. They're on him. And they throw that pressure on and let him get going. He finished with 19. Well, I don't think he had scored until then.
Right.
It's like
he had like 2 baskets, but he had to work.
He had that fadeaway, yeah. He
had to work for everything. Short. Kirby Jo Bacon gets it. She's going to step back. Misses it. Elena had a chance to knock it away. Don't foul. They're going to go to the free throw line. With 3 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the game, we got a tie, 27 all. Rodriguez gets into the lane, drops it off to Klug. Klug, it's long. Rebound down to Elena Snyder. Kirby Jo will push it up. Again, I'm just really surprised that they aren't picking up full court. Really surprising me. Addie gets into the lane. Really would have liked to seen a back cut off that movement. Megan Hughes for 3. It's long. Rebound down. Don't foul. Good. Contest, but don't foul. Rodriguez pushes it the other way. She's got McTaggart on her right. She's got Boblet on her left. That's McTaggart over to Kendall. Kendall to Rodriguez. Over to Boblet. She's hit 3s. I know that. Klug, she hits a 2. She stepped into it. Those are the ones that you shake your head. She had that little baseline jump shot last trip from about 5 feet, and She wasn't able to hit it, and then she steps out way downtown for, I assume, your center, and she makes it. So now with 2 minutes to go, can we get it? We need to be patient. Addie gets into the lane. That's her shot. Just rims out. Like, that's Addie's shot. Need to get a stop.
And it was also paint touch. I mean, she got in there, so
Yep.
she was open. If she wasn't open, somebody else would have been.
Rodriguez a boblet. We're going to have to get ready. The nice thing is we're not going to have to worry about foul. Oh, we get a steal. Yes. Good hands by Liv. That is a rough one for them. They did not want to see that happen. Don't pick up your dribble. Kirby Jo for 2, and she hits it. Kirby Jo for 2. We got a tie game with 20 or under, I was going to say a minute 20 to go. Are they going to call timeout? No, we're going to play.
Is the huddle cam?
Yeah, I just turned it off.
So make sure.
The middle school one I turned off. Now you got to do. I've preached for the last 3 games about doing your work early. You got to now in this moment. You can't get caught thinking he's going to call timeout and talk about it. Bunner is. But you have. There's so many things here at the end of the game that you have to talk, that you need to know, and this is why it drives me nuts sometimes when you criticize or talk about kids and how they play late in the game. Okay, so I've lost games like this. So we got under a minute. Let's say, Bunner, we don't want to go get them because, number one, we're in fouls. Right, or you want to give a blip.
Or foul.
You're in foul. They'll go to the line, shoot 2, like you said, not a 1-and-1. Here's the other thing, though. Sitting right down there in the JV game years ago, I said, when they shoot it, you have got to box out or go get the rebound. Do not assume the clock's going to run out or whatever.
Don't watch and try to go get it.
You got to get it. We didn't. Kid shoots it. We don't rebound. Put back layup. You get beat.
I don't know if you remember my sophomore year here against Merle Forsyth when we're down to the buzzer. They miss a shot and guy tips it in for the win.
100%. Yep, I do remember that game.
2 guys didn't box out. It's not 2 guys' fault we lost, but it just happened to be that play.
No, right. It's just you have to play. In football they say you play till the whistle. Like you're hitting and blocking and tackling and all that till the whistle. In a basketball game,
man. Talk about the Bears. You got to play 4
right,
quarters.
You got to play until the horn goes off. If they miss a shot, you don't rebound it. Here's Kendall to Klug, over to McTaggart at the free throw line, to Boblet. Don't foul. Oh my gosh, girls.
That's risky.
You got away with it. Oh my gosh.
Cougar ball.
Now do you press? They only have 2 fouls, so they got fouls.
They're going to.
So if I'm them, I'd be extra handsy if I'm them because doesn't matter.
And I hope Coach Bunner's girls know they're coming for you.
Yeah.
When it gets down to it, they're coming for that basketball.
I mean, I would be surprised if they don't. So what are we doing here?
You think they'll?
Liv
Bunner
goes
hold
through.
Nope.
Nice. Come on, Liv. Good. Liv will go to the free throw line. Nice pass by Kirby Jo, right where you wanted it to be.
So what's your philosophy on that? He could have tried to hold for a last shot.
Oh, no.
Go get it?
No. Here's why, and I'm not picking on our girls because it could go for 9 out of 10 teams I coached in 30 years. You can't handle a ball well enough.
Turn it over, okay.
Like if you are going to hold it,
if you've got
you
Jared
darn well
Entwistle,
better not turn it right. If you've got Jared Entwistle, you can hold it,
okay.
right? Yeah.
So if you got the personnel, so in my future coaching,
yeah.
If I got the personnel,
you got to know your team, right? You got to.
You also take a layup, right? Like
yeah.
If you got the layup opportunity, you take it.
Right. Rodriguez with it up top, over to Boblet, to McTaggart. Coach Triebler's going to call a timeout with 19 seconds to go, and Illini Central Greenview leading by 1. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like
now for his group now, do you hold it?
Well,
do you 10 seconds, take a couple seconds off and.
I guess the thing is if you go right away, then you could have a chance to get an offensive rebound. Another thing you need to think about, you got to foul 2 times before we go to, like, let's say they don't score.
Now you got to go get the ball.
Yeah,
That's probably what he's talking
Yeah,
about right
I mean, it's one of those things where if they don't, let's say he waits till 7, 8, let's say he waits till 10 seconds to go, he runs 9 off. They miss, then
And our girls
they
hopefully
got to foul a couple of times.
and hopefully I'm sure Coach Bunner does a good job. He's letting them know what's coming. So you got to be ready.
Oh, and we've said it. You and I've talked about it. This is why it's not easy to be a coach.
Yeah.
We just talked about 5 different things that Coach
happen,
Trebler
yes.
he has to talk about his kids, his teenage team. Coach Bunner's got teenagers the same way. There's only one option. There's all
Anything
kinds of
can happen.
things
I mean,
in this next
yeah.
19 seconds. There's all kinds of things that each one of these kids need to know, and they need to know it in a snap of a finger.
And who's our best free throw shooter? Get her the ball and hold on
Right.
to it. Be strong. It's their jump ball too, so you got to keep that in
Straight
mind.
up, don't foul.
Travel.
He called a foul. Oh, boy.
Coach Bunner's not going to like that.
Oh, boy.
Not sure I like that either. It was a foul, but she traveled first.
Liv, just let it go, Liv. Let it go. Yeah. She makes the first to tie it. Now you've got to rebound. You've got to rebound. Got to rebound. Boy, that's rough. She makes them both. So Coach Trebler calls timeout. Now, oh, that stinks.
Yeah, I don't know. It's, we were just talking, you don't leave it to the refs.
Right. Well, now let's, go to the strategy of this situation. So now, Pawnee, they're in a position where they can decide, do you want to get up and pressure? Because you've got fouls to give.
Yeah.
You don't care if you foul. Like, if it was 5 team fouls to 5 team fouls, they absolutely don't want to get up there because then you're fouling us and sending us to the line with a chance to win the game.
And he's also got to keep in mind, though, it like you said, coaching's not easy. You got to make a decision. Are you going for it? Are you possibly giving the opportunity to give up a layup? Full court pressure.
Yep.
Which you said if he's scouting that
Yep.
we don't quite handle the pressure super well.
Right.
So you keep that in mind, too.
Yeah.
But you don't handle the pressure well all year. It takes one possession.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's one of those things where there's so much that goes into this last minute of the game the way it is, and gosh, tip your cap to Avery Klug hitting 2 free throws.
Huge.
It's tough to step up and shoot those free throws. You're down 1. She gives you not just one of them to tie it, but she gives you the other one to take the lead. And like I said, here they are. They're going to pick up full court. I knew that's what I would have done. I would do the same thing. And we only have one person up here. Where's everybody else at? So Coach Bunner calls a timeout.
And I like that. Coach Bunner lets the girls get out there.
Kind of see what's going on if you've got them, right? You can't take them over into next week. So you want to go ahead and use that timeout if you can. So
talk about the Bears a little more. Do we have that Cale Williams, Colston Loveland connection?
Yeah, you got those Michigan men, they take care of things. Here's what's funny, Lou. With YouTube, YouTube, you never know what you'll find on there. And I went back and I was laying in bed last night watching when they beat the Rams to go to the Super Bowl back when I was a freshman in high school when they won it. It's just funny to see how those broadcasts are so much different. And what Soldier Field to field when it was AstroTurf. Walter Payton was my hero. I love Walter Payton, and one of my heroes, he and Magic Johnson. All right, get back to basketball.
If we can throw it deep, okay.
Here we go. Oh, they left Kirby alone. But they can
Go
foul.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. That's a good take.
Yeah. No, she had to do that.
There was some contact, and we talked about the refs not wanting to do it, but they did it down here.
Yeah.
They did it down here, so
right.
So I would have liked to see that hand go right there in that position.
Well, and I said it a minute ago. It's a 15-year-old kid out there wanting to do the best they can to make this play. We've got to get the rebound. Yeah. There's still time left. There's still game left. Now, a 3 wins it for us. Got to get the rebound.
And hopefully her head's in the right spot after that. Because you have to take that. She did nothing wrong right there.
Number 2 came in. That's Leah Berry.
Some bracelets. which I thought they changed all that.
I don't know. I don't know. Got to get this rebound, though. Got to get the rebound. She makes it. So you're still in a good spot. So we'll call timeout. Bunner's going to call timeout.
Yeah, like you said, you're in a good spot. And it's a completely different game we say about Pawnee if they took off that 9 seconds. If they take off that 9 seconds and then,
yeah.
you know.
And think about this situation. I don't think they meant to. They picked up full court. I don't know if they meant to let Kirby. No one was guarding her.
No,
like,
they went for the initial trap, almost like
right.
So I think some of them were thinking it was maybe a zone, and the other
right.
ones went man.
Yeah.
Because she went for the trap, and then she went right back for the inbounder, and the one who was guarding Kirby was way back here.
Right, and the funny thing I said on a broadcast the other night is, it's like, you think, well, how does that happen? You just had a timeout. How could they're teenagers.
Yep.
I said on the broadcast, someone listening at home, your teenagers listen to everything you tell them to do. They remember everything you tell them to,
and that's what
in the moment, right,
yeah,
even worse. Yeah. In the moment, not one of the 10 kids on the court is trying to do something wrong. They're trying to do what they think is right. They're just, you're in this moment trying to win a game. That's why, you hope that the adults can act like adults and not get too worked up, wound up about it.
So here's what I think happened on the last one. They were guarding the inbound, and they had a girl back. So now they had the girl back, and nobody was off the inbound.
Right. So Bunner just did what you said. Again, he saw what they were doing, called timeout. And then you hear somebody, oh, come on. Like,
and I just saw the clock guy tell the refs Bunner had 4 a little bit ago. I mean, he's called 3 in a row, but he had 4. And that's one thing I've learned, too, is you want to try to save as many of those timeouts as possible. I just watch a middle school game, and a lot of times those middle school coaches, are parents or, there's some actual coaches out there. Not that they're not actual coaches, but
right,
they're just there for the time that their kids are there. And I saw one the other day, and there was just 3 timeouts in the first half. And it wasn't like their guys were doing so bad that you had to, call the timeout. It was just different.
Oh, did he call foul?
Nope, no foul.
Wow. And I only say wow because
that would be 4.
Because but I say wow because they shot those free throws because of the one that one that gave them the lead.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. You just never know. But what you were saying about timeouts is that's why I've never been a big fan of in the first quarter 2 kids dive for a loose ball and you call it before they get a jump ball. It's like, is that one timeout worth that one possession in the first quarter when right now you needed them to kind of talk about what they're getting ready to do?
And in the fourth quarter, that's great, right? You got 2 minutes to go and your guy dives.
Yeah, because you only have so many possessions left in the game.
Yes.
And you can say, well, you only have so many possessions left. It's in the first quarter, too.
And it also matters, too. Do you have the jump ball or not? Because if you don't have the jump ball, and there's under a minute to go, you're going to want that timeout. Where if you have the jump ball, you can kind of live with it.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get the ball anyway.
Right. So it's going to be Illini Central's basketball on the sideline. Matt Plassy's going to send out. Looks like their starters actually.
I'd like to see Megan come off a double screen from Olivia and Addie.
Be interesting.
There's the first one. There's the second one.
Liv's got it. Got to get a shot up. Well,
she tried to foul with a couple seconds ago, but
trying to foul Liv, you think? Yeah, that's a rough one, a rough way for it to end. In terms of, gosh, we played such a good game and came back.
And I would have liked to see Olivia throw that ball at the rim, give it a shot, because she was throwing it backwards, right?
Right.
She's throwing it backwards. What's better than you shooting it?
Right. Well,
because what's she going to do differently than what you would have done if the pass does go off? She's going to have to shoot it from there anyway. So.
Because you would think that maybe they wouldn't bail Liv out if she shot, put a shot up if it was close.
Yeah, you give the opportunity, and like the county tournament the other night, Williamsville for the win shoots a 3, air balls, and the guy tips it in. So who's to say that if you give it a shot, in football, final play, You throw that ball in the end zone and let somebody go get it.
Right.
I would have liked to see her throw one up there.
Yeah. And again, like we said before too, you're a kid in the moment, trying to
You got to
split
make that decision and have
snap of a finger.
Yes.
And it's easy to sit up here or sit on the other side or sit at home and be like, well, I don't know why she didn't do this. Well,
she maybe thought there was more than 4
more
seconds.
time.
Yes.
You know, wasn't sure what was going to happen. So anyway, that was a good game, hard-fought game. Like you said, started off almost might have been down 10-0.
Yeah, it's like I overheard somebody say, well, why are we playing this team? Because we were down 10-0. These are the games. Look at that, 32-30 final. That's the game you want to play.
Right.
You don't want to play the 64-20, right?
Right. You learn something in that game. You learn something. And I said this in one of the other broadcasts that it doesn't register either sometimes with some people that you can't practice a game situation like that. There's nothing you can do in practice. I said in the broadcast too, so if you're listening and you've listened to me before, I would put time on the clock, and I would put your team down by 5.
Yeah.
You got 30 seconds, down 5. Both teams are in bonus. What are we going to do? Score, foul, score,
Yeah.
It still isn't the same when mom and dad are here, grandma and grandpa are here, for the boys, cheerleaders are here.
And a record's on the line.
Right,
like,
yeah. It's totally different.
Getting a win or loss.
Okay,
way.
we're going to run. We're going to do sprints if we don't make the right decision. That's not the same as this. And, it was a good game. Girls played hard.
Yeah, thanks for having me up here.
I'm glad that you stepped in, Lou. It's definitely better than when I'm doing it by myself. Monday afternoon we'll be back, or Monday night we'll be back here, Sangamon Valley. Even though we don't have school, Sangamon Valley comes to the Cougar Den. I'll be here Tuesday. On Tuesday the girls go to Fulton County to take on North Fulton, and then on Thursday they go to Midwest to take on the Lady Raiders. So that's their next 3. So thanks for tuning in. I'm going to not do my usual and keep talking. I'm going to go see